Okay, so Paramount just swallowed Warner Brothers' Discovery whole, $110 billion.
And they're calling $6 billion in cuts, technology consolidation and real estate.
Which is a perfectly reasonable way to describe.
Nate, someone is counting conference rooms very carefully right now.
I mean, have you seen media company real estate? Those are nice conference rooms.
The no mass layoffs pledge is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that press release.
Coming up, we read the footnotes so you don't have to. The rundown. Okay, Santander buying Webster Financial for $12.23 billion. That's the one I keep coming back to this morning.
Transatlantic bank deal, Connecticut-based target, Federal Reserve approval required. There are like 4 different ways this gets complicated.
And yet Santander just did it. Bold move. I kind of respect the audacity.
Respect the audacity, sure. Watch the regulatory timeline. Cross-border bank acquisitions don't exactly fly through Fed review right now.
Fair. Speaking of things that are large, Devon and Coterra. $25.62 billion. Combined entity packs an enormous position in U.S. energy production. They're moving HQ to Houston.
Of course they are.
Obviously Houston.
Antitrust scrutiny is coming fast on that one. The HSR filing window is already approaching. I'd be watching that very closely.
The one that actually got me excited, though. Nuveen acquiring Schroders. $12.92 billion. Nearly $2.5 trillion in assets under management when it closes.
That number is genuinely staggering.
It's a monster. Q4 2026 close target, which gives regulators plenty of time to poke at it.
Plenty of time for something to go wrong too.
Ever the optimist. Okay, quick ones. Banpu Power bought GCI Megamouth for $4 million.
4 million with an M.
With an M, lower carbon grid infrastructure, U.S. footprint expansion, fine, great, good for them. But $4 million next to a $25 billion energy deal in the same morning rundown is just...
It's very K-shaped. PwC and Goldman are literally calling 2026 a K-shaped M&A market. Mega deals booming, mid-market basically flat. That contrast is the whole story.
And then there's Sonoma Corporation, which this week acquired its own shares.
23,000 of them.
At €9 each.
The M&A drama of the century, Nate.
I've seen pitch decks with more ambition.
Okay, all of this is prologue because we have to get to the main event. Paramount swallowing Warner Brothers Discovery for $110 billion.
That number still doesn't feel real.
It really doesn't. Let's get into it. The big one.
Okay, so Paramount Skydance just ate Warner Brothers Discovery. $110 billion. Finalized February 27th. That's the number.
That's the number. And I've been staring at the press release for an hour trying to find where the bodies are buried.
Did you find them?
Oh, I found the shovel. $6 billion in cost savings over 3 years. And executives are, and I'm quoting here, emphasizing that cuts will come from technology consolidation and real estate.
Right. They're just going to reorganize the cloud storage and sublease some offices.
$6 billion worth of conference rooms, Nate. That's a lot of WeWork.
Okay, but here's where I'm going to push back on the cynicism for a second. Legacy media is genuinely in freefall. Netflix, Amazon, Apple, they're not slowing down. If you're Paramount or Warner sitting separately, you are just waiting to die. Together, maybe you have a fighting chance.
I don't disagree with the strategic logic. 2 wounded animals combining is still 2 wounded animals.
One bigger, more expensive wounded animal.
Right. And what does that animal actually look like? You've got 2 streaming platforms, 2 studio libraries, 2 of everything. The technology consolidation line is doing a lot of work in that press release. You cannot get to $6 billion without touching headcount.
No, you absolutely cannot. The math doesn't work otherwise.
Someone in Hollywood is counting very carefully right now. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I spent enough time on the banking side to know how these synergy numbers get built. You reverse engineer the justification from the target. $6 billion is a number that made the deal work on paper.
And the humans behind those numbers find out in the town hall.
That's the part that never makes the press release.
So who actually wins here? Because I'm not convinced it's the combined entity.
Honestly, the lawyers win, the bankers win, and if I'm being generous, David Ellison wins because he's now running the largest media company on the planet, and he's barely 40.
And if you're not being generous,
Big tech wins because every dollar this thing spends on integration is a dollar not spent competing with Netflix.
that's the real story. This deal is defensive. It's not a growth play, it's a survival play dressed up in blockbuster language.
Which brings us to who else is reshaping their industry right now. And some of those deals are a lot less glamorous, but honestly more interesting. Voices.
Okay, so PwC and Goldman are calling this a K-shaped M&A market, and honestly, look around. The evidence is right here on today's board.
It tracks. Paramount swallows Warner for $110 billion. Devon eats Coterra for $25. Nuveen grabs Schroders for nearly $13. These are not small bites.
And meanwhile, mid-market deal volume is just sitting there, flat. It's like two completely different economies running at the same time.
Which is exactly what K-shape means, Maya. Yes, I know the line goes up and the other line goes sideways.
I just want to make sure you're not using K-shaped, the way bankers use transformative.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
The JP Morgan read on AI is more interesting to me, though. They're saying AI isn't just a target sector anymore. It's reshaping deal rationale across banking, manufacturing, media. And I think the Paramount Warner logic actually bears that out. This isn't just a content play, it's a technology consolidation story dressed in a Hollywood tuxedo.
See, I'd push back a little. I think AI is driving everything now is becoming the new synergies. It's the thing you say to make any deal sound smart.
Okay, but $6 billion in cost savings targeting technology consolidation. That's in the actual release, Nate. That's not vibes.
Someone is absolutely counting conference rooms right now.
Someone is counting conference rooms very, very carefully.
The Morningstar note on geographic concentration is the one that's quietly alarming me, though. US dominates deal flow. Singapore's the only real secondary hub showing momentum. That's a thin map.
Which is something we're going to feel when we get to the regulatory watch. Because the antitrust environment just got a lot more crowded. Spill the tea. Okay, so the no mass layoffs pledge on this Paramount Warner deal.
$6 billion in cuts, Maya? $6 billion.
Right? And they're going to find all of that in conference rooms and server racks. Sure.
Look, I've seen this playbook. You announce the number, you bury the mechanism, and then 18 months later, the layoffs are called a workforce restructuring initiative.
I actually pulled the language. It's technology consolidation and real estate optimization, which is corporate for we're closing offices and turning off software licenses.
That's not $6 billion worth of software licenses, I promise you.
Not even close. Anyway, can we talk about Leafers for a second?
Oh, please, yes.
Japanese childcare company, just listed on NASDAQ, already out shopping for acquisitions in Miyagi Prefecture.
They haven't even gotten their NASDAQ tote bag yet.
It's either genuine ambition or someone's banker called them the morning after the IPO.
It was definitely the banker. 100%. Congratulations on the listing. Have you considered inorganic growth?
Honestly, iconic behavior.
I respect the hustle, though. You're fresh off a public listing. Capital's right there. Why wait?
Because you just listed. Take a breath.
Maya, you don't make it to NASDAQ by taking breaths.
Fair point. I hate it. Moving on. Sanoma Corporation.
Oh, my favorite.
Acquired 23,236 shares of itself at just under €9 each.
The M&A drama of the century?
The bankers who worked that deal really earned their fees.
All 11 euros of them. Okay. Nuveen Schroders is actually the one I want to watch this week. Tomorrow's radar.
3 things on my radar tomorrow. Nuveen Schroders, Devon Coterra, Santander Webster.
That's basically the whole regulatory calendar in one sentence.
The HSR window on Devon Coterra is the one I'm watching hardest. $25.6 billion combined position in US energy production. Antitrust is going to have opinions.
I actually think that one clears easier than people expect. Upstream energy isn't exactly a market regulators love to block.
Bold take from the former banker.
I'm aware, thank you.
Santander Webster is the one that sets a precedent. Fed signals on a cross-border bank deal at $12.2 billion. That's the tell for every transatlantic deal in the back half of 2026.
And Nuveen Schroders is just a slow burn toward Q4. 2.5 trillion under management doesn't close quietly.
Nothing about this market is quiet. Speaking of which, we need to talk about the Paramount numbers.
Oh, we really do?